Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Georgia Tech versus Duke college football matchup on Saturday, October 5th, 2024. Of course, it's my favorite day of the week during my favorite time of the year, college football Saturday. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Just go to Pickdawgz.com, click on the premium picks tab. I've also got a link directly below in the description. Prices start at $15, go up to yearly packages. Regardless, you can use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people that make big bets, people with big bankrolls looking for VIP packages. Those aren't available on the website. They're still easy to get. You just got to text the number you see on the screen. Keep in mind, these are our most expensive premium packages. But let's head to this one. ACC action. Georgia Tech taking on an undefeated Duke team. Of course, Georgia Tech, a pretty solid favorite in this game, despite 3-2 record. Duke coming off a wild one, beating UNC 21-20 last week in one that normally is we consider a basketball rivalry. Meanwhile, Georgia Tech losing to Louisville last time we saw them. That was 2 weeks ago, 31-19. That was on the heels of beating VMI. They had lost that heartbreaker against Syracuse in the Dome in a game that they just never really seemed to get it going all that well. You look at the way these two teams are playing, and the Duke offense, without Elko, without Riley Leonard, just a little different offense here, but the passing offense has been serviceable. 246.6 yards per game is about 51st in the country, up against a Georgia Tech team that is 91st in the nation in passing yards against, 229 yards per game, but Georgia Tech very good at stuffing the run, allowing less than 100 yards per game, 90.2, and yards per carry. Teams averaging just 3.1 yards per carry against this Georgia Tech D. We look at Duke. They just have not been effective at all rushing the football. 109th in the nation in rushing yards per game. We look at Georgia Tech rushing the football, and I think they'd like to be in a better spot than where they are. But certainly playing that smash mouth style that we saw in that opener against Florida State. And maybe they got a little ahead of themselves, and the bettors got a little ahead of themselves on Georgia Tech as well because of that. But, we see that Georgia Tech doesn't throw the ball all that much, but, a lot more than they used to, under Paul Johnson, of course. But the thing is third in the nation in completion percentage, over 72% of their passes. Meanwhile, the Duke defense has been pretty strong against the run, allowing just 133 rushing yards per game, allowing just 155.8 passing yards per game, and just 8.5 yards per completion. That's third best in the nation. I think when we look at this game, you see Duke, coming off that nice win over North Carolina. You see Georgia Tech kind of settling in a little bit. But, at the same time, it was an emotional win for Duke over North Carolina, and Georgia Tech having that week off after the Louisville game. And I'll tell you, this is a little bit of a step down in competition from that Louisville game as well. And they're at home in Atlanta. I'm going to take Georgia Tech in this one, lay the points, which seem to be a little to the high side, probably for good reason. I'm going to take Georgia Tech, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.